Hey, Dave Knight here, Dave Knight Trading. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me over all these many years. It's been a labor of love and passion, but it's also been frustrating along the way. Today is May 2nd, so Thursday, May 2nd, 2024. I did pass EA 161 today. Um, on day 7. Today was day 7, although do you have the 1 day pass? And I try not to worry about if I EA 161. If I said another number, EA 161 will turn into PA 23 when I decide to pay for it. You don't have to pay for it right away. I'm not going to worry with it tomorrow. I'll probably pay for it over the weekend, maybe Sunday or whatever, and then start the PA journey, which would be PA 23 if I haven't said that. PA 23. Monday, Tuesday of next week, depending upon when I want to start trading it. Monday, historically, I trade it in the afternoon, let the market trade. Thursdays are my favorite day to trade. Um, Historically, I like Thursdays. I have paid attention and wrote 1 day on my calendar. May 23rd is the full moon. That and the full moon negatively impact me. Tomorrow is also employment day. Wednesday was uh, the Fed decided not to change rates, but they've decided that they can do whatever the hell they want. If they want to raise it, they feel inflation's ugly. Anyway, I doubt they'll do anything with the election year, trying to keep Biden in office. To be honest, I think the Fed is run by a bunch of Democrats anyway. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because I got friends that are Democrats and friends that are Republicans, and um, it is what it is, right? We've just been polarized over the last few years because of all the bullshit going on in our world. Um, and the reality is when you talk to people face to face, I think it has a lot to do with the internet. The internet has polarized a lot of shit over the years too, good and bad. Um, on a side note, I'm playing a game called Manor Lords. I don't know if you guys know that. I bought it on Steam in early access, and it's kicking my ass. So I want to go over my trade today, um, what I saw, what I did. Uh, I didn't get started. I don't like to start until after the first hour of trading at minimum, when I'm looking at a trade setup. I think I had 2 trades today. I took a loser. No, I had three trades. I had a loser, a break even, and a winner today. My opening trade was a loser. Then I had a break even trade, and then I had my trade to win. I believe that's how it all went down. This is the 1 minute chart specifically. As I start the day, this is just something I have to do every day. What's the dailies tell me? Well, it was down the last 2 days. We have a hammer going the other way. This is a negative signal on the day chart, so you're thinking the market's going to go and retest down this way. But obviously, in a day to day, you really can't determine. I like to trade. Um, this is this right here. These 2 signals on the hourly chart is the Fed response, right? This is the markets reacting to no response at the Fed meeting. 2 to 3, 3 to 4, it goes back down. They said, F the Fed, we're going to send it down anyway. So that's your 60-minute chart. And 60 minutes got lower on the 10 to 11 bar right here, which we're currently on right now. It's 10:49, so still got 11 more minutes of this bar. Then from 60 minutes, I like to go down to the 10-minute mark. What's the 10 minutes showing? So you see from 9:40, 9:30, 9:40, we went down to the 10:10 mark. We went up. This is the bar that I traded off of, the 10:30 to 10:40. I waited for that to print, and I was actually in this trade from 10. I believe my trades were between 10:40, 10:50. I just got out of the market really. So I hit the record button pretty much right after I got done trading today. And we'll go back and look at the trade here on a tick chart because it'll show it up. Here's your 4-minute chart, 932 down, recovery, hits off of the VWAP, down it goes again. I was on, I believe this bar right here, somewhere between 1040 to 1044 was where my profit was made. And then here's the 1-minute chart. The 1-minute chart, I believe this is where I caught it right here at the 1041 mark coming down this way. Failure here at VWAP, waiting for confirmation. Confirmation comes in right through here. You can see that, let me get my screen draw tool out. Big signal right there at the VWAP, first time at VWAP after going down. Pretty good signal right there. I've noticed that that's a nice trade setup. VWAP, bouncing off VWAP, coming down. Now what it does now, it doesn't matter. Probably goes to retest up here again. It doesn't matter. You know, you as a day trader, you're looking for percentage wins, right? High probability trade setups. That should be an H. HPT, high probability trade setup. I guess S on the end. High probability trade setups. That's your goal as a trader. Try to find things that work in your toolbox. I'm a short side trader for the most part. I try to trade alongside. I make a lot more money when the market's going down though. My biggest nemesis is an up market, trying to short it. I try to stay away from those now because that's what kicks my ass more times than not. All right, so that's the 1 minute that we're looking at. 369, you know I like to put up, well, maybe you don't know, maybe you're watching me for the first time today. And for that, hit that subscribe button down below. It helps me. Give me a like. Anyway, so let's go back to the trade setup on the 369 chart. See, here's a pivot point, and then we have 3 lines. I traded for this magenta line is what I was looking for in my trade today. Let's go back to trade. Maybe it was before. I think I was. We'll settle it down. This is it doing its thing up here. I believe I came in around here, going from this line. Yeah, this is my winning trade setup right in here. So this is orange line, an orange line, going for this magenta line. This is, I believe, was where I took the trade and made the money. If we go back and look that on our trade setup, it should be between 1041 to say 1042 was the winner. We'll go back and look and see exactly where it was, but that's the trade setup going for the magenta line. That's our powerful line. This has been here for a couple days now. There's been a lot of support and resistance. The more I start learning about trading, and I feel like I never know enough, but what I do know on the 369 charts is I mark signals. The magenta is greater than the orange reds. They're like a magnet. They go back to it. So see how it's playing here? This is where there's interest. Bigger traders than me, I mean, hell, I'm trading this sim account. Real traders trading real money are determining that this was a high level of support and resistance right now. See how it's playing there? And it's held. I was trying to go back up for the pivot, and like we talked about in the 1 minute chart, it probably, whoops, I got to get the 369 chart off that. You can't see that. So the market moves in waves, Elliott wave theory, right? Market moves in waves. So it's got to, what's the market got to do to get to this lines up here? Well, it's got to bust the support lines in front of it, right? So we've got a support at the, excuse me, resistance at the VWAP to get up here. This would probably turn the day to a green day, getting up to here and holding above it. That would probably show the market wants to reverse here after a 1 day down off the 1 minute. So 1 minute definitely tells the story, and you'll be above the pivot, right? Above pivot is positive on the buying side. So I hope this is helpful for you. I've traded for too many years now, way too many, and been at Apex for too many, been in these prop firms for way too long. I've gathered a few things over the years. Today, with my spreadsheet, I set up a 2-hour stop. So 76, if I pull this up, this is what I was going with today on 6 contracts in the MNQ, the minis I'm trading, the micros, excuse me. So you can see how I set up the day. 4 to come off at minus 77, 87, 10 ticks behind. Trying not to take that though. This is just to set up the trade and quickly moving up that 4 to break even as quick as I can. And then this is the setups here. Yesterday I caught a nice trade, and Wednesday or Tuesday I caught a nice trade setup that almost hit all 3 targets and got a $400 day, almost $500 day a couple days ago. But this is based upon ADR, average daily range over 9 trading days. 2R is my failure point on any given trade. I like to get my loser. I went to break even, and I actually hit a close. It went down and back forward. It was moving up quickly. I just hit the close button. Close button is your friend. When wrong, get out, right? When wrong, get out. Don't average trade the frickin' thing back in. Oh, it's going to go down. I'll average loser, trading myself back into it. Now, you know what? That's a losing proposition. Average daily loss, or whatever the hell that's called, that concept of averaging yourself in a day trading position, and a loser is a loser. That's, well, unless you have a plan for it. One, maybe average in. If you're averaging in more than 1 time in, you're a loser. You're a loser. Stop doing that. That's a losing proposition. You're averaging yourself into that. I know I've watched these guys do it on the YouTube channels, and yeah, you got to have a lot of money to be able to do that, even in the prop firms, because you're could be multiple accounts being loaned out on one trading day that goes against you, and they will. One day, your average daily loss, averaging yourself into the market, one day it'll wipe your ass all out. Now, it might work 90, 95% of the time that you save yourself, but that one time most likely knocks all 20 accounts out. I've seen guys do it, and they have to start over again. They better have deep pockets to be able to do that, even at Apex. At 25K accounts, only $30. But 30 times 20 is still a hell of a lot of money when you're not making a lot, right? That's $600 if you blow them all. And if you hit all the EAs and you pay $130 for all 20 of them, that's $2,600 out the door. You better be making a hell of a lot more money averaging into your trades than that. I've watched these guys do it, and then they have to rebuild back to 20 again. But on the other side, one guy that's doing it, he's making a hell of a lot of money too doing it. Now I don't know how much money he's made over and loser and whatnot, but if you're able to pull $30,000-$40,000 out of the account when you're winning, man, that's great money. I just don't have the funds to operate 20 accounts, and even if I did have the funds, 20 accounts, I certainly wouldn't do it. I think some of them trade 3 or 4 accounts or whatnot, but I'm not saying who's right and who's wrong. I just don't have the money to go at it that way. I just don't have. Um, so most likely my goal is the same as I said before. Get one EA to PA, trade that PA to get paid, open up the second EA, get that EA to PA, and hopefully get between 3 to 4 this year to um, PA, get paid on all 4 of them, maybe trading only 2 at a time in any given day. Uh, don't blow them all on one day, because that is, you got a negative. It's so hard. The hardest part about trading is, how do you handle losing days, to be honest. How do you handle losing days? Because that's going to determine if you can stay in the game or not. Because if you can't control yourself in a losing position and know when to walk away, and that's still the hardest thing for me as well. I mean, you can look back and I can tell you I'm 90% profitable, but that 10%, um, that 10%, there's a reason why only 5% of traders make money in the long run. Even if you're 90% profitable, if you're 10% below your accounts, you're still a loser. And for me personally, as a day trader, I've been break even at best over the years, even though I win a lot more times than I lose in any given day. It's still the losing days, especially the losing days in the PA, that really get my goat right now. Blowing $30 at a time. That's that it's the $130 outlay right now on the 25K that I desperately got to respect. That, reducing maybe from 6 contracts in EA down to 3 might be the thing I got to do. Just take it a lot more slower, because you have 2 losers at 6 contracts in this kind of. Well, just think about it this way: 77. Well, first let's think about this. 6 contracts times 0.5 is $3. So you got $3 a tick, still less than the $5 a tick, right? Per one, 50 cents a tick, yeah, $5 times 77. Is that right? Yeah, $231 loss. You do that twice, 462. Do it again, get 3 losers in a row. You're down 693 on an account that you can only draw down 1,500. 693 divided by 1,500. You're down 46%. You're almost at halfway mark. You can only do that one day. If you have 2 losing days in a row, you're very close to blowing your account. So that is where you have to reduce contract size and kind of rebuild your account. So where I've run into problems is not usually that first losing day. It's that second losing day in a row that blow my PAs pretty much, because I like to make profit. I mean, underwear knows, right? I was watching that video today. We were talking about my son doesn't have enough underwear. We need to get some underwear. The underwear gnomes are taking it. I said to my wife, if you know that joke from South Park, you know what I'm talking about right now. First point is underwear. Get the underwear. Second, question mark. Third, profit. The question mark. Step 2. That's the hard part, right? Step 2, what the hell do you do to get through from where you want to go? Step 1, make money. Step 3, profit. Step 2, how do you do it? There's the answer. The older I get, the more I know that I don't know. And when you find yourself in a position where you're humble and you're willing to learn from others and not be a know-it-all, that's my biggest issues. I developed all this stuff on my own over time. But like I said, nothing's new under the sun. Everything that I've done has been done before. Volume is something that I know that traders use. Key levels, I know they use that for support and resistance. All that stuff, we know. We know that is something that we know. We know that that's something that people use. Pivot points, sometimes Elliott Wave, sometimes Fibonacci's, all that shit comes to play. But how do you handle losing days? That, my friend, is the difference between a winner and a loser in the long run. How do you handle that losing day? This is Dave Knight here at Dave Knight Trading here on YouTube exclusively right now. Still grinding it out. Like I said, this EA has passed. I will pay for it probably on Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or whenever the hell I feel like doing it. And taking it serious until I can find out in this little square space. It is my head. It's round, but let's call it a square. Until I can figure out this part right here inside. There's the answers. The answer lies within that little small space right here, right? You can have a winning system, but how do you handle a losing day? Losing day itself is what'll kick your ass. By the way, we made it back to pivot, and we went up through. So during this session of us talking today, notice how that magenta line held, and next thing you know, up here we went. So support line, there's volume figures that you got to figure out volume. Where are people supporting the market? Where are they resisting the market? When you figure that little nutshell out and then go with the direction of the money, there you go. There's your answer. This is a 1 minute chart. So it bottomed out. Right here was where that magenta line was on the charts. And it went up. So this is where I made my money, right in here. And then the buyers came back in the market, drove it up through here, through the EWAP. We talked about this, going up to the pivot point, which also has the 200 bar SMA on it as well, where you find things that are, the more things you can find on the markets, people are not that smart in the long run, right? When you find things on charts, other people see it too. It just becomes magnets out there that draw things. And the more that you understand that the market is rigged, it's manipulated, people see it as well. The pros want to get up to here so they can sell it off. Maybe they want to trap in some shorts here, drive it down a little bit, and then rob them, rubber baron come in and take it up. So just know that there are key points that the markets want to go to. So here you're thinking we're selling and we're going right here. You're thinking, well, at least my humble opinion, this area right here, if it would have broke through here, then the odds are of it going down here are greater. It holds right there at that magenta line that we talked about. Bam! Off it goes the other way. Path of least resistance, right? Trying to find the path of least resistance and trying to stay out of the way of the sharks. One of my trading mentors, Joe Ross, said, be the remora. The remora falls along with the shark, the pilot fish. The shark in the market, they drive it down here. The sharks come in right here, smelling blood. They start driving it this way temporarily. Doesn't mean this is where it's going to stop, but they see this up here. There's got to be orders up here to get rid of. They see it. Be the pilot fish. Get along and ride that ride with the shark. All right, Dave Knight here at Dave Knight Trading. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. We'll see you on the next video I put together, and that'll be next week sometime. God bless. Take care. I'll see you later. Bye now.